Chapter 12. Ratio and Proportion. Ratio of numbers. The ratio of two quantities of the same kind and in the same unit is a fraction that shows how many times one quantity is of the other. Thus, the ratio of two numbers a and b, where b is not equals to 0, is a divided by b or a upon b and is denoted by a is to b. In the numbers a and b, a is to b are known as the first term or antecedent and the second term or consequent respectively. Example, 3:5 is a ratio in which first term is 3 and the second term is 5, and we define 3:5 as 3 upon 5. An important result. We note that a fraction does not change when its numerator and denominator are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. Therefore, a ratio does not change when its first and second terms are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. For example, a 3:4 equals to 3 by 4 equals to 3 multiplied by 2 upon 4 multiplied by 2 equals to 6 by 8 or 6:8. Equivalent ratios. The value of a ratio remains unchanged if antecedent and consequent are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. We get equivalent ratios. We get equivalent ratios if the terms of ratios are multiplied or divided by the same number. For example, a 5:7 equals to 5 by 7 equals to 5 multiplied by 3 upon 7 multiplied by 3 equals to 15 by 21 equals to 15:21. So 5:7 is equivalent to 15:21. Ratio in simplest form. If the ratio a is to b is such that the HCF of numerator a and denominator b is 1, then the ratio a is to b is called the ratio in its simplest form. A ratio should always be expressed in its simplest or lowest form. For example, the ratio 7:22 is in the simplest form since the HCF of 7 and 22 is 1. Simplest form of a ratio. To convert a given ratio a is to b to its simplest form, we divide each term by the HCF of a and b.